What is going on, everybody? And today I'm bringing you a new video. It's going to be a little different. I'm going to be showing you a couple of my favorite cards that I have in my collection. Some of you may not know that I collect baseball cards and football, basketball, things of the sort. And yeah, I just want to show you all a little bit of them. Some that I've gotten over the years and a couple new ones that I've gotten in the past month or so. And so a lot of these do have stories with them, things that I've gotten in the past. These new ones, I mean, there's nothing really to go with story-wise. You know, I can just tell you where I got them, how much I got them for, and that's about it. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the video. But first, if you're not subscribed, you need to subscribe to my channel. I'm kind of uploading every now and then. You know, it just depends, I guess. But if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead, like and subscribe. And if you're not following me on my live streams that I want to be picking up doing again, then you probably need to do that too, because we're going to be playing other things on the PlayStation. So other than that, let's get down here and we'll go through them all. All right. So what you're seeing right now is just, this is not nothing to do with the video, it's just my desk. So, but to start it off, I'm just going to start out with basketball because this is the only basketball one I have. You see scratches on here, it is definitely on the case, not the card. I need to take it out of here anyways. I have another card coming up that's in the same thing as this. But this is a Panini Certified 2018-19 basketball, obviously. Luka Doncic rookie card. It is a silver. Whenever I got this box, I'll be honest with you, I just went with the common known players, because at the time, nobody knew who Luka was other than he was traded for Trae Young. That was it. When it come draft time. And so, a couple years later, whenever he started popping off, I went through my collection and I saw that box. Went through the box and I see this, I'm like, holy damn. And so, yeah, we have a Luka Doncic rookie silver, and these puppies do go for quite a bit graded. Up next, I know it's just a random one. This is a John Smoltz rookie, 1989. This is out of the team set, because you just don't come across, you know, old boxes like that. It took me a while, but I've been wanting to get this and just add on. Also to add on to my King Griffey Jr. collection, so finding this in there was really cool, because at the time, you know, I didn't know, you couldn't tell who rookies were because there's no indication of rookie card or anything like that, but you got to look on the back and it tells you. So I didn't know this was John Smoltz rookie year in the past, but it is. And so then I've been collecting older rookies, so this one's pretty cool to me. Another really cool rookie my dad gave me. This is a Don Mattingly Topps. What year is this? 1983. 1983 Topps, Don Mattingly rookie. My dad is a huge, was a huge Don Mattingly fan growing up. So it's just cool to have. Just something cool that, you know, that he handed down from his collection, gave me. And so there's really not much of a backstory on it. It's just cool Don Mattingly rookie from my dad. This one I did acquire about a couple weeks ago because I was assuming they were going to let Barry Bonds into the Hall of Fame. So I was like, why not jump on one of his rookie cards? So I did. I took the gamble. It was only like $1.85. No, it was about $3 off of eBay. But what's interesting about this card is they consider this an error card, because if you look up here, you see it says 320. Let me pull it up right here. 320, right? And the 3 is cut off. And I will compare this, because I also have a Mark Mcguire. This is considered one of his rookie cards as well. This is considered 1987 as one of his rookie cards. But as you can see, whenever you come and look at the 3 up there, it's normal, but on this one, it's cut off. So let's, if you can see that. So they're considering this an error card, which I don't think that's really going to bump the price up any more than it already is. I think with the name Barry Bonds out there, with everybody tweeting about them and things like that, it's going to bring a little bit more revenue because it's bringing the attention to the name. But other than that, it's not going to be much, but it's still cool. It's a pretty cool piece to still have. Same with that Mark Mcguire. I'll just show that off again real quick. Got this for $1.85. This was the $1.85 one. Also, another one that I added to my Texas Rangers collection. Just one of my bucket list. Obviously I have a bunch of bucket list cards that I have, but this was one of them. This is a Pudge rookie card. One of my favorites. One of my favorite catchers. The greatest catcher of all time, in my opinion. Not just because I'm a Rangers fan. Everything shows. But yeah, this is one of my favorite cards, per se, which it's not my favorite. It is one of my favorite rookie cards. So that was a fun one to get. Another one of my fun, bucket list cards is a Frank Thomas, #1 draft pick. This is him and I think it is Auburn jersey. But I've always wanted this card because, it's just crazy, the backstory about Frank Thomas is, growing up, no clue who he was. And then one day, my dad's like, okay, we're going to Rangers game. And, this was at the very beginning when we started going to Rangers games over in Arlington. And this was my first time watching the A's play. Well, the Rangers play the A's. The A's came to town, and Frank Thomas was currently in Oakland A at that time. And my dad wanted to go watch Frank Thomas play because he liked Frank Thomas. So I didn't know who he was, but turns out game time decision, Frank Thomas couldn't play, and he was kind of bummed out about that. But then that name's been in my head, and a couple years later, my dad got me a box that gave me a random autographed baseball in it, and it ended up being Frank Thomas. And so ever since then, I'm like, okay, I need to actually, do some research, go watch what's so special about Frank Thomas, and I did, and now everybody, it's pretty common knowledge who Frank Thomas is, but we're talking about a 9-year-old me compared to a 22-year-old me now, so that's a different story. But yes, Frank Thomas, one of my all-time favorite baseball players. Glad to have that in my collection. These next two I'm going to show together, but first I'll show one. This right here is a Juan Soto rookie card. I think this is a 2018 Topps Gallery. This was a redemption card, and I got this from El Reno. As you know, that's where I'm from. El Reno Walmart. It was in the $80 box that guarantees you 2 autographs. And this was a redemption. And this was not the first one I pulled either. The other one that I'm about to show you I pulled first. This one came next. And if you know me, I'm a huge Juan Soto collector. I'm a huge Shohei Ohtani collector. And I would like to throw in this Ronald Acuna that's numbered out of 50. Same box. And whenever I saw this, I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, this does not get any better than this. And who knew what they were going to end up being? There were just names at the time. They really were. They were just names. We didn't know he was going to go to the World Series. We didn't know Acuna was going to go to the World Series, which he didn't play, obviously, because he was hurt. But still, these are 2 World Series winners right here, folks. 2 World Series winners. This card right here, there's not a lot of population, if you don't know what that means. There's not a lot of these out there, so this is going to be probably... I need to go check the comps again, but some of my card guys that I saw at a card show was telling me about how much these go for graded. And since this has not been taken out of the... It went straight in here, obviously because of sticker. But we're looking at a lot of money for that. And of course for the Acuna as well, because this Acuna it went straight into this as well, the sleeve, holder, everything. But I do like to show this off to a couple people. Not a lot of people know I have these. But definitely some of my favorite athletes just in general. And obviously 2 of my current favorite MLB players in general. So it was awesome, and I don't think I'm ever going to get a pull like that ever again. This next one, it means a little more to me. This is Roy Halladay. It's his autograph, and at the time, I believe this is a 2012 card. I don't know. I don't remember what it's an upper deck card, but I don't remember the product. But I remember for Christmas, my dad got me box cards, and it were these, and I was like, there's no pictures on them. You know, there's no pictures on them, so why do I care? They're probably not going to hold any value anyways. Because I had like one of Matt Garza, just like this, and I had a double autograph of Justin Smoke and somebody else from the Mariners on it. And you know, it's just one of those things like, okay, put it in the drawer or a shoebox per se. Turns out many years later, which when I say many, you know, about 4 or 5 years later, 6, 7, whatever, or however many years went by, I obviously knew who this was, because of the Cliff Lee thing, because if you know, Rangers had Cliff Lee, and he went on to, before all that, he was with the Phillies, and I was a huge Cliff Lee fan just from the get-go, and knowing that he played with Roy Halladay and things like that, I was like, nice, because I have a Cliff Lee autograph, and so I put those 2 and 2 together, because they're both their Philadelphia cards, and I thought that was really cool. So this has always been one of my cards that I've always showcased, just put up, be like, hey, there it is. But it makes it more special now in the most wrong way, but I don't mean it in a wrong way, because him passing away was a big deal for the baseball world, because, again, he's one of the greatest all-time pitchers to ever pitch in the game of baseball, and being able to hold what he had, I mean, his signature, and it's a huge deal for me. And so this is really a sentimental card. Some people may not be a Roy Halladay fan, but I am. This next card, I pulled it a couple years ago in Christmas through a box of Immaculate, MLB Panini 2019 Immaculate. But my goodness, I remember pulling this, my jaw dropped. There was no... Oh, man. It's a bat patch auto of Ichiro, and it's a 1 of 1. Oh, man, and I still don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to price it, so don't ask. I have no clue, but I'm not going to get rid of it, because I know as time goes by, price is going to go up more. He's not even in the Hall of Fame yet, and it's already sitting at a big hunk of money whenever I look at his other 101s. So I just wanted to show that off. Definitely one of my favorites. You know, growing up, you know, being a King Griffey Jr. fan, also being a Rangers fan, same division as the Mariners, you know, we've seen Ichiro quite a bit. And so having that piece, you know, of knowing what Ichiro was, huge deal. Here's another one right here. It's a Bowman Chrome, Bryce Harper rookie. Nothing really crazy here. It's just one of my first rookie cards. I was like, I know who this is, and I'm going to collect him. I never ended up really collecting them, because as you can tell, there's no sleeve on this card. So I did this when I was really young, real little. Had no idea I needed to put them in sleeves. So to be safe, I just haven't moved it and haven't taken it out. But this was one of my favorite rookie cards growing up, other than my Mike Trout rookie that I ended up getting rid of, sadly. Next, it's just one of those things. Gary Sheffield rookie card, rated rookie, because this is out of the same 1989 set as the King Griffey Jr. Donruss as well. But we know what Gary Sheffield's all about. You know, I mean, it's no shocker or anything like that. He was a great baseball player even before the steroids. Just one of those rookie cards that I've always loved having. This next one, this one is probably my holy grail. For me, this was number 1 on my bucket list all time, and I don't think there is replacing it ever. But this is a 1989 Upper Deck King Griffey Jr. rookie. Centering is a little off, but it's one of my holy grail cards that I've always wanted. Always wanted one of these. You know, this is one of my favorite baseball cards ever made, But I 100% appreciate it. My dad gave me this. But yeah, I can't say much more on it. It's just one of those deals that's just, everybody has that one card, that just holds more value to them than any other card in their collection, and that's definitely it. Here's another one of those rookie cards, random rookie cards. It's a Bo Jackson rookie. Definitely one of my favorite, cross athletes, I guess you can say, but let alone football players, even baseball player. Obviously, that's why I have his baseball card. Dude was a monster, and he's one of the only two-way athletes that you can say is one of the greatest, and it's definitely, he's the Michael Jordan of the two-way athletes, 100%. And then there's no debate about it. Bo Jackson is he's insane. He's insane. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go just pull up Bo Jackson highlights. Now I know this is not a rookie card, but it is a rookie card, in a sense, but it's not. It's a replica rookie card of Al Kaline, and it is real autograph, 100%. I got this out of Topps Archives. I don't remember what year. Does it say year on here? Hold on one second. 2018, and it's numbered at 125. But man, these are one of my. When it comes to all time, like just in general, not just my all time favorite, but all time, Al Kaline is one of the more respected baseball players. Mr. Tiger, is what they called him, and it's what he was. He was a hell of a baseball player. But he passed away last year, and again, it's just another one of those cards that hold more value than most of them, because I have something of, this was probably, one of his last sets that he autographed. And so this one, means quite a bit. So I'm glad to have pulled that myself. This next card is, I know it's a Astro, but it's a George Springer, first Bowman. This card, this was my first trade that I've ever made at a card show. I was given this by one of the the guy that has a booth. But man, it's just one of those stories. It's just, there's a story back with this, and this one means a lot. I've never taken it out of the deal, but it just means a lot. This is my first trade I ever made at a card show. George Springer, first Bowman card. I didn't know who he was. He's just a guy that was being nice, sharing his collection. Just handing it down, basically. That means a lot to me. So, glad we made that trade. If you ever watch this, just know I'm that kid. We're at the Biltmore Hotel and at the card show. Another one of them. First Bowman, Chris Bryant. I was hoping he'd pan out better than what he has been, but still. I have a Chris Bryant first Bowman. That's what it is. This next card, oh man. We all know who this is if you're a baseball fan. Jose Fernandez, it's his rookie card. Man, what a pitcher he was. Sad to say that, his life was taken extremely way too early. One of the best up-and-coming pitchers in general. There's no telling where he'd be right now. Just statistically. I'm not talking about team. Because I have a feeling that he was 100% Mr. Marlin. I have no doubt in my mind he's a lifer for Miami. Just go look at his stuff. He was so good. We're talking about Cy Young after Cy Young type of good. Just go look at it. This guy, Jose Fernandez, definitely one of the names that should never be forgotten when it comes to just baseball history. This guy, what he already did was insane. So much respect out to him, and I'm glad I have that. Another card that I call very sentimental to me is it's a Pudge. Numbered out of 15. Tribute Traditions. I don't know what year this is. 2014. It's just one of those things, it's all-time greatest catcher, in my opinion, and of my team. And so I have it. And with that being said, I can finally put that back where it goes. And this next card, this was one of my favorite, big cards that I got on my team first. And by the way, all the scratches that you see are in the case, not the card. So like right there, that's just old sticky stuff from the tape. But this right here is one of my first big cards that I ever gotten of the Rangers. And it's Elvis Andrews patch, then jersey cards of Yu Darvish, Ian Kinsler, and Adrian Beltre. Price is still on it. Paid $25 for it. But man, at the time, I thought this was so cool. So cool. One of my favorites. And it still is. I mean, it sucks that these guys aren't here, but man, one of my favorite cards that I own is definitely this one right here. Definitely. So I'm going to put that right over here as well. Coming up, now, this one, I know it does not hold much value. This is a Josh Hamilton. It's from the year 2000. SP Top Prospects. But good grief. So there's King Griffey Jr. for me. That's one category, but there's a whole different category, and that's Josh Hamilton. Josh Hamilton he was the biggest role model when it came to baseball for me. Josh Hamilton, if it wasn't for him, I would not have, I guarantee you, I would not be, I don't know how to say it. It's just, I would not be as big as a baseball fan as I am if it was not for Josh Hamilton. One of the coolest cards that I have, and I know it's just simple. It's not his Rangers card or anything of the sort. It's just one of those things that you can look up and, I look at it and remind me that, that's Josh Hamilton. That's who made you fall in love with the game right there. That's my guy. Some people, it's, like new generation, it'd be Mike Trout. Things like that. But this guy right here is why I fell in love with the game. And I can never thank him anymore, and been to many of his baseball camps, got to meet him many times. It's just what he was, his story, overcoming drug addiction more than once. It's just what he did was just insane, and it's like a storybook. It's all it was. I mean, it's a storybook, and he found God, and that's what made it a storybook. He found God, and so Josh Hamilton, definitely one of the biggest role models that I could ever think of, and let alone just thank in general for being, in a sense, part of my life. This next card, some of you may have heard of him, some of you may have not. It's just funny. Yasmani Tomas, one of the biggest prospects coming out of overseas. I mean, I freaked out whenever I got this card. And hold on, I think I have his other one around here. I don't think I included it. But whenever I got this, I flipped out because the hype around this guy, the hype of Yasmani Tomas was insane. Here, let's see his resume. Compiled an .851 OPS over 5 seasons in Cuba, hit 20 home runs and 272 at-bats in 2011-12 season. Slugged an .813 in 2013 World Baseball Classic Tournament. I mean, this guy, they were speaking of this guy like he is the next coming of whoever you want to compare him to. But this is one of those cards that I always look at, I'm like, man, where is this guy now? And I don't mean any disrespect to him either. No disrespect. Here's another card. One of them random ones. Trace Thompson. If I'm looking to spark up a conversation with one of my friends here, I show them this card. I'm like, you know who this is? They're like, no. Well, and I'm like, well, that's Klay Thompson's brother, Trace Thompson. They're like, what? No way. I was like, yep, he's played with the Oklahoma City Dodgers for a while, but obviously he's not there anymore. I don't remember where he's at now. But it's just one of those weird cards, It's it's Klay Thompson's brother. Come on, it's cool. Another one of my favorite athletes, Freddie Freeman. Yes, it's his Topps rookie. One of my favorite cards I own as well. What can I say? I mean, I call him Fredward. Freddie Freeman's definitely one of my favorite athletes in general, one of my favorite baseball players in general, so can't be mad that I have his rookie. Pulled that myself back at that time. Another one of my, I wouldn't say favorite athletes, but definitely one of the cooler rookie cards that I own, and can I say that I own, is a Fernando Tatis Jr., not senior. But yeah, it's just one of his rookies that I own. Pretty cool. Not much of a backstory. But I do have a backstory here. This is a Bowman High Tech. I forgot what year it was. I would read the back of it, but it's kind of difficult. But it's called Bowman High Tech. My dad got me it for my birthday. It was way before I graduated. I graduated in 2017, so it might have been around there, you know. But it came with, like, I'd say 10 cards. And out of those 10 cards, Bo Bichette was one of them. Again, didn't know who he was at the time, just a prospect. Bo Bichette was one of them. Kyle Lewis was one of them. We're talking autographs. Lourdes Gurriel was one of them. And there was a numbered Cody Bellinger. And there was a couple more. But still, what are the odds of getting all those guys in one box autographed? And I'm just like, who are these guys? Like, at the first, like, why do I know? Like, I don't know these guys. Turns out, sure did, you know, get something out of it. Big time. Another one of my bucket list autographs. You can kind of see who it is right there by the autograph, but that's Cal Rifkin Jr. Just one of his autograph cards that this company put out, and it's only a 1/1, basically. So this is the only one that's signed like this that is out there with this product, and it's made by Leaf. But they do like a random box, and it has one card in it. And it's just randomized, and it's a Cal Rifkin Jr. edition, so there's like 200 boxes of different cards autographed by him, and I got the first box in circulation, and this is his autograph. Just one of those cool things that I have to say that I have. These next two are the last two, but this is a Jason Dominguez. This is not his first card, but this is definitely one of the coolest cards that I own of him. I'm a pretty big collector on Jason Dominguez, but this is one of the cooler cards I have of him. But with that being said, the last card that I have, and I'm hoping can get me somewhere, it's a graded 9 Jason Dominguez first Bowman. Very proud of this. I bought this at a card shop over in Moore, Oklahoma. Mickey Mantle 7 MM7 Sports Cards, shout out to them. Super nice guys. You know, they make you feel welcome, and it feels like you've been there before, and you know, just one of those things. They're just really cool guys, and definitely would love to talk to you about, you know, collecting and things like that. So shout out to them. But yeah, just one of those cards that I 100% think it's going to pay off. But other than that, what can I say? Let me show you the rest of my table. Very nice, very nice. So basically, I'll show you. Over there is a Justin Foscue autograph. Behind here, that's a Nick Solak autograph, Josh Young autograph, Cole Winn autograph, Adolis Garcia autograph, Colby Allard, and Jurickson Profar. Yeah, I know. Jurickson Profar. Just one of those could-have-beens for Texas. But other than that, folks, I want to thank you for watching. I apologize for the long video, but we're in this together. So I wanted to thank you all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.